Hey, it's Andy. Notion have just released their database tabs. So in this video, I'm going to show you what they are, how to use them, and I've got a couple of examples as well. So I'm currently here in my SOP headquarters template, and if you're interested in this, I'll drop a link to the download in the description below. So let me just go into one of the people properties here. So for example, Timothy Taylor. And you can see that attached to Timothy, we've got loads of SOPs where he's the assignee, so he needs to do something, and also where he's the owner. But it's all in the main page here. And we can click on one of these relations and we can see the various different linked properties. But what we want to do is tabs enable us to go and display this better. So if I go up to here, we've got the customize layout button, and this was launched a few months ago, and it's allowed us to do a few things, like we can pin properties to the top so you can see the status and the role. We've got this relations group, and we can also put properties in a little side panel that pops out. So if I show you here, we've got the three dots, click on this and it pops out. Now I've not got too many for this people property, but it can be really useful for going and organizing your different database properties. And tabs takes this a little bit further. So let me show you how to use it. Firstly, let's go back into Customize Layout. And if you click on any blank area here, so I'm going to go down and click, you'll see we've now got the page settings menu, and it's got simple, but then we've also got tabbed. So I'm going to click on tabbed, and now we've got content and a plus button. So content is the main body of the page, and this is like it's always been. So you can put anything, blocks, you can put tables, pictures, embed things, so that stays the same. And if I scroll down, you can see that underneath, grayed out, we've got the usual parts of the page that were already there. But what tabs enable us to do is to go and link to other databases attached to this one. So it's not another page, so you can't put any types of content in it. It's only relations and databases. But the problem at the moment is if we go and look at this relation group, if I come out, when we've got all of these different relations, there's no way to filter. You've got the ones that are attached, but then we've also got all the other ones listed underneath. And these also have no other properties associated with them. So I've got no idea any other information about these linked pages other than the name of them. So let me show you. Let's go Customize Layout. And then I want to go and click in a blank page, go tabbed. And let's go and say, right, well, for Timothy, we want to see all of the SOPs where he's assigned. So I click on the plus button, and here we've got SOP, the database, and I've got assignee. So I'm going to click on that one. And you can see here now that it's put in all of the fields and everything that are assigned with this database. So I can go into them, and here on the right hand side we've got the usual information to go and structure this table. So for example, under properties I could go hide all, and they've disappeared. So let's say that I want to know the SOP name and also what its status is. So I can just go and click on the little I here, and it's added that as well. And maybe the last thing that I want to know is when was it created. So let's just go created time as an example. We've now got those three fields. We've now got a tab, so I can click between the content, which is what was there before, and now I can see the SOP assignee in a table with those various fields. And I can change the preview at the top, so I could go to Peter or I could go to Vicky. So if you want to go and try this, just clicking through and you can see how it changes for each of these different people. Next up is we can actually go and change the format. So let's say that for assignee, I can right click as usual and go duplicate. But then for assignee, let me go and change the name here, and let's go and make this into, for example, a board view. So I could just go and change this to an arrow to go forwards to show that this is about progress, so tracking things through. And rather than table, let's change this to a board. And now we can see that for these SOPs, we can see how they're going to move through their various stages. So whether it's not started, draft, review, and active. Each of these tabs can be related to a different database. They can be a different format, but it's just a lot cleaner than having them all in one page on the content tab. So that's another thing, and again we could go in here and go and add our various properties. So I could make the card sizes small. Let's go and perhaps go and colour the columns just to make it easier to read. We can change how they appear, all of the usual formatting around databases. And you'll notice that in each of these columns it actually says link existing, so I can click on that one. We can then go and pick an existing relation from here as well, which is also new compared to how databases normally work, where this is just a new page. So those are the three tabs. Then when you're happy, we just go and click on apply to all pages. And then for Timothy here, if I click on SOP assignee, we can now see that he's got all of the assignee SOPs. And then I can also go to the board view. And then in this tab, we've got each of the various stages as well. So that's a lot easier to view than having them all in one page at the start. You can also go further and add filters. So for example, where we've got the assignee here, we may want to only see ones where they are not started, for example, so that he knows that he needs to do some work. So I can again go into customize layout. Let's go to this tab and then we can add in a filter. So let's click on filter. Assignee is this page, so it automatically knows that it's only for Timothy. And let's add another filter and let's say that the status is not started. So I'm just going to click on that one. Let's go and apply. And now we've just got the couple where they are not started. So it's a really great way to go and make your pages easier, your database pages easier to walk through with different steps and different tabs. And it's really easy to do as well. One last little point, if I go back into customize layout, so you'll see here that we've got our pinned properties at the top, and what each of these are is obvious. So current is obviously the status, head of marketing, the role, etc. And we can now go and hide the labels for these pinned properties. So all we need to do is click on the pinned section at the top, and here we've got property labels. I can go and toggle that off, and now it's a little bit cleaner that we just know the status, the department, etc. and the role without the labels. So just go and toggle that off. So that's a very quick overview of how to use the new tabs view for Notion databases. If you've got any questions, let me know down in the comments below and I'll be happy to help. And if you do want any more help with Notion, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and check out the Notion Basics playlist here where I've got loads more videos to help you on your Notion journey. But other than that, thanks so much for joining and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.